Okay, so the guitar is fully built, set up, and ready to be played. So how did it turn out? In terms of playability, surprisingly well. The new neck plays really well. I managed to get the action much lower than I initially thought thanks to the shim and quality of fretwork on the neck, and after a setup, it turned out to be fairly smooth to play. The tuning can still go out if I use the tremolo too much, but aside from that, the guitar is definitely serviceable. Alright, and now for the tuners and the rollers. Let's just do a quick test. Not terrible. However, there are still a few things holding it back from being a good or even great guitar, mainly the electronics. They work, don't get me wrong, but they don't sound great. With the bridge pickup, tone knob at 10, it still sounded dark and muddy on a distorted channel, and the neck pickup was so dark with the tone knob at 10 that it was barely serviceable on anything but a clean channel, and only for single note melodies. On top of all that, all three pickups are incredibly noisy, even for a single coil. I could use a noise gate to cover that hum, but the gate wouldn't fix the tonal issues coming from the pickups. So if I were to upgrade anything first, it would probably be those. On top of that, I don't fully trust that 5-voice switch as it's already on its way out and I worry it will break anytime I go to use it. The tuners would probably be my next big upgrade, but for now, as long as I can take them somewhat easy on the trem, they are serviceable. So what's next for this guitar? Well, rather than going right to throwing more parts and money at it, I think a good level 2 for this guitar project would be upgrading it using things I already have on hand. In other words, what can I do to upgrade this guitar without putting any more money into it than I already have? I mean, frankly, $73 is no small amount of money, and although I'd put the playability of this guitar against anything in the $100 to $150 range, a lot of work and labor went into getting it that far. Thankfully, I have a pretty good plan as to what I can do with the parts and materials I have on hand to get much more bang for buck out of this guitar, and I'm excited to see how it turns out. Maybe for level 3, I'll actually spend a bit more to top it off with some more quality components, but I have a feeling with some TLC, I can bring this guitar to a better state than it already is. For now, though, I'm going to call this guitar done for the purposes of this series and move on to a new project, actually building a guitar from a DIY kit, from bare wood all the way up to a finished project and beyond. Stay tuned for that video series.